All right. So today on NewbieVeT, got a special guest. We got the legend in the building. We got my dude Teezo from the Southern Playas.
Teezo, the wild one.
What's going on, man? How's everything going on, King?
Everything going fine, King. Man, just been taking it easy, bouncing back, getting everything together.
Man, you had a health scare last year, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
tell me a little bit about that, man.
Well, it was trying to get myself right, with within myself and whatnot. Tried to go cold turkey and whatnot, off drinking alcohol and whatnot. Which that's the only thing you can't go cold turkey off of. It's been taught, professionally taught, and in classes, and it's proven.
Right.
That's the only thing that you cannot overcome by yourself. You need medical and professional help. You can get off heroin, crack, or cocaine, whatever your desire. But mine was beer.
So when it comes to like far as stimulants or things for people to be drinking or smoking or things stuff like that, alcohol is the worst to try to go cold turkey on.
It's the only one.
It's the only
one.
Right.
Medically been proven, scientifically been proven, all that, man.
Right.
And I had went into like a seizure and whatnot. No shame on about me drinking alcohol like that, because if anybody know me, they know Teezo always kept them chili ones.
So how further back does your drinking goes back, far as you remember?
Oh man, when I was a teen, man. I'm talking about mid-teen, well, late teens.
Late teens. So you saw basically you're like what, 17, 18, 19?
Yeah.
So that was before the Southern Playas took off, or that's like within that time?
That was before the Southern Playas took off.
Okay.
Cause how it came to be was Cantrell and myself, which back then he was baby boy, and we did a song called Dip.
Dip. Okay.
Which we recorded at Nelson Curry's studio. And Nelson thought it was hot, and then let someone else hear it. Big Do Entertainment, he listened at it and he shipped it off. He was like, Teezo, man, that's hot. Let me ship that off. So he shipped it off to Nasty. You remember Nasty, my Cadillac?
Yeah,
got
my Cadillac got that bass.
So he did that. We come back, we go down there, we record and whatnot. We come back, and when we got back, we took it. We didn't even go home. We went straight to the club and see how they were able to react to it. And the crowd went crazy about it. So BJ, all of us came out the group 12 gauge.
Right.
Shouts out to him also.
So 12 gauge was out before y'all?
Yes.
Before Southern Playas.
Before Southern Playas. He did that song Donkey Butt.
Right. Shout out 12 gauge.
Yeah. And so, I was a hype man. Cantrell was there before I was, which he was a dancer, and BJ was there, he was the DJ, and Marcus was there. So somehow or another, Gage saw me at a club, and I was being me, amped up on them chili ones.
Because you was the lit one in the Southern Playas.
Huh?
Because you always been the lit one in the Southern Playas. Right.
Yeah. That's, the wild one.
The wild one.
Yeah. And so he asked me to be his hype man. So I became his hype man, and went on tour with him for a minute. And that didn't go well. So then Cantrell and myself got together. That's when we did Dip.
Right.
Then we come back, then go home, went straight to the club and let them play it. And the crowd, they loved it. So BJ was talking to Do. And at the time, me and B weren't seeing eye to eye.
In the beginning?
No.
I'm doing that time.
After the 12 gauge.
After 12 gauge.
Yeah.
Doing that time.
Right.
Gotcha.
So, like, we're grown men, went to be like, B, we need a DJ. So then it formed. It was just BJ, Cantrell, and myself. Group didn't have a name, but then we went back to redo Dip, because 95 South and 69 boys, remember, they did a song called Dip 2. Right. Yeah, so we went and changed it and did Dip, and we come back, and that was doing, it was making some noise. And so we heard BJ brother sang, Marcus, Red Dog, Mexico Red now. Shouts out to Mexico Red also, and Cantrell.
Shout out Mexico Red and Cantrell.
Yeah. Always. Nothing but love, man. No hatred. You know what I mean? We grown men.
Right.
Sometimes relationships don't work out.
Right.
Don't mean you have to be enemies or,
Right.
you know,
Just
this
don't
and
work
that.
out.
Yeah, it just don't work out. And so we brought Mexico Red in. Boom. And so we was at I was with a little shorty. You know, it's the trip. You remember the song, Baby Before I Go, Can I Get
Yeah,
a Kiss Goodnight?
tonight. Yeah.
So I sung that to her when she was getting out of the car. Baby before I go, can I get a dicky ride? And it was like, and she laughed. She said, "You so silly." So she got out. And so I'll never forget, it was at Payne College homecoming. And I introduced it. I was like, dude, what y'all think about this? Don't you want a dicky ride? Dicky ride. Don't you want a dicky ride? It was like, Teezo, we don't like that.
So they ain't like the term. They ain't actually like the idea of Dickie Ride at first.
No.
Because it, just the, Dickie Ride.
Yeah, and it, and I can
Yeah.
understand. But dude came to the car, because I went to the car to smoke me one, drank me some beer and drank me some liquor. And so he was like, Teezo, say that again. So I said it, and he was like, oh yeah. So we got back out in the car and went up, and then got the guys, Marcus, BJ, and Cantrell. And at that time, I think Rufus Van was part of it by then.
By the time, yeah.
And he told BJ, he said, BJ, go work on this now. So BJ went back to his crib and worked on it. And so we all came together collectively and enhanced the song.
So the idea started from you.
Yeah.
It started from you, and then everybody put their pieces together, and all y'all formed together to make the record.
And made the song because all the minds got to working.
Right.
All the fellas, Cantrell, Marcus, and BJ. BJ did the track, and we all came together collectively, and boom. And Marcus and then I think it was Marcus who starts, either Marcus or somebody said spell it out. And that's where the DICKEY came in at. But put it together, man, and boom, and it hit. When it hit, it took a while because of the word Dickie Ride.
Yeah, I was saying, because I was going to ask you that too. Like, how did that record blow to a point where it's a platinum record, of course, now, but to the point where how did y'all slide during those times? Because it was rough back then for y'all to say any type of derogatory word or any type of slander or anything that was crazy, disrespectful.
It was hard, but when it really took off, it hit like the underground, like colleges and underground radio and stuff. And when it hit. But the first person to play it here, we had went to Minnesota Fats and all the hot DJs at that time, and it was, they were scared of it, which, understandable. So Mojo had just, I think Mojo had came from Florida, I think. And he was hot on the radio at that time. And he was like, bumping, I'm gonna play it. So we went in there and the phones lit up. And the second one DJ to play it was, God rest his soul, my boy Fred Nice, DJ Fred Nice.
DJ Fred Nice.
Yeah. You see, Fred and I, we lived in the same neighborhood, went to the same school. And that, it was like, little bruh.
Right.
And Fred played it, and then, like I said, the underground radio hit it, like colleges and all that. It hit there, and boom, and it just took off, and we started getting responses, and people calling.
So would you say was it the support from Augusta that made that record hit, or was it just radio?
I think Augusta had a big part to play.
Okay.
They had. I'm not gonna say it. Augusta had a big part to play in it.
Okay.
I love my city. You know what I mean? Whatever. And we need to come together because there's too much talent here in Augusta.
Right.
Because you had other platinum artists that came from here, which we'll get into that a little bit later.
Right.
And then when it took off, when it hit like Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, all Georgia, Texas, I'm like, when it hit like wildfire.
Right.
and we were like the only bass groups that was on like gangster tours.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
So y'all was on tour with gangsters.
Yeah.
So who the
Gangsters.
first tour that y'all was on with?
Well, at that time, when we our first week, it was like Goody Mob, Craig Mack,
Okay.
The Brat,
So this is around you. What
Dougie
year?
Fresh.
This year like what? 93, 94?
Yeah.
93, 94 around?
94, 95.
95 around the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Top Secret.
Top
They was
Secret.
on the ticket. Shout
Top
out to Top
Secret.
Secret. Yeah, another group that came
Another
out
group.
of Augusta that, you know, they had a platinum hit.
Right.
Lap Dance.
Lap Dance.
Shout out to those guys also.
Shout out. So they still down here, aren't they? Oh, they done moved.
Yeah. I think they're still here, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, I know they're here. Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't mind getting them on the platform, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Get that history, man. So, so basically when the record did hit, how long you think it took for the record to actually break to a point where y'all felt like we arrived?
When we was on the ticket, like with like the names that I just
said.
missed,
Gotcha.
MJG and 8Ball, them the brothers, you know,
Right.
Which, you know, do manage them now, and they got new music that's coming out. It's hot.
Right.
And we like who else it was like. God rest his soul, Nate Dogg. Man, it was
Recipe Nate
plethora of artists that we were with like that, you know. But we also did tours with like on tickets like with Luke and all that. Also, shouts out to my man Uncle Al, rest his soul. He was pumping it like crazy. Man, all Florida loved us. Alabama was crazy about us. And it's when I tell you it hit. And it was like a plethora of folk that we were dealing with.
Right. So y'all mostly were traveling like a lot around the southeast, southern states and stuff like that. So y'all was under Tony Mercedes.
Yeah, Tony Mercedes had a hand, but actually when we started, it was Big Do Entertainment.
Big Do, okay.
They got us.
Okay.
And,
so y'all really under them first, and then they technically went to Tony Mercedes.
Yeah, and they got together, and we was under both of those.
Gotcha.
Then we hit with Critique Records. Then we also did a song called "I Just Want a Ball," which Red and his sister they put their hearts into that song, and that was on LaFace. We had, was on the LaFace compilation album.
We're on the compilation album,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
right,
with
right.
JT Money, you know, L.A. Snow. Shouts out to L.A. Snow and JT. Man, that album was hot, called Bass Ain't Dead. And we were at a convention down in Miami, and every rapper was there, man. I'm talking about that you could imagine, and it was a real big conference, music conference, and it really helped us expose us a whole lot more. And it showed us that who we were, because I didn't even know that many people recognized us.
Right.
You know, as far as facially.
Facially, right? Because that ain't like back then. Because y'all didn't have a music video at the time.
Right. We didn't have. We never made a video of Dickie Ride until BJ, Cantrell, and myself got back together, and then we came back with redid it. Yeah, we're gonna ride again.
We're gonna ride again.
Yeah.
Right. So, from your perspective, why wasn't there a video at the time when the record was hitting and it was like popping on the radio or something like that? Why wasn't a video produced at that time?
Well, Jay, I really can't say, you know, because we were young back then.
Gotcha.
Not knowing the business. And we were just focused on one way. We wasn't thinking about the business part of it or what could help us. We was leaving that into the hands of, you know, the people that was dealing with it, management,
like
and who was, you know, helping us at the time.
Right.
So that's why the video wasn't shot. And I think if the video would have been shot, we'd have went further, faster,
yeah,
and
right,
we'd have spread it out farther than we did at that time.
Right, because I remember growing up listening to Dickie Ride and a lot of. I actually thought all these records was coming from Atlanta. Actually, Dickie Ride, the Bankhead Bounce, Daisy Dukes, Donkey Butt,
Yeah.
all these records,
Splackavelli.
Splackavelli. Like I thought like a lot of y'all was coming from Atlanta, but didn't know that a lot of y'all was actually from here.
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
A lot of folk thought we came out of Florida.
Yeah, Florida too.
Yeah.
Florida too. You know, 69 Boys, Quad City DJs, they was like hitting at the time.
Yeah.
So
And you got about Splat Pack, my brother.
oh yeah, can't forget about Splat
Head
Pack.
Q, rest
Can't
in peace,
forget about them.
Kid Money. You know,
Rest in peace,
them
man.
my brothers, man. You know,
Icons, man.
Yeah. Then Rahiem and a lot of those
Prince Rahiem, of course. Yeah.
That's my little brother, man. Rahiem is my little brother. In fact, we got couple of songs coming out now. Y'all stay tuned for it.
Yeah, because I see y'all have a good collaboration going on right now. What's the deal with that with you and Prince Rahiem?
Well, I'm still part of the Southern Playas. We got music that's hot right now.
Right.
That we got on the back burner that we doing something right now.
Right.
That ATL Ho, that's out. We got one that we're redoing now. We got to go back in and redo it. BJ is doing that now, called Tip the Bartender. And we have a lot more. But me and Ra, we're here, Ra is here, and we collaborated on the song right before this one that we're finna drop now. And called Island Vibes. Wait till you hear that one. But me and Ra, that's like I said, that's my little brother. And we be together all the time. So, we just been messing around in the studio with music and clicking like that and
making something happen,
man.
That was up, man.
And it's working. It's working.
What's up? So man, so with a lot of it wouldn't be NewbieVeT. I wouldn't ask this question. So what's the deal with the original members of the Southern Playas getting together and trying to do like one more album or because they like y'all not getting younger.
Right.
And it's like, so it's like, and I think a lot of people would love to see the original members together, right, coexisting and trying to bring that magic and stuff like that. So, because We Ride Again was the last time we seen all y'all together as far as the original members outside of one member.
Right.
But what's is there some way you feel like in the galaxy, in the universe, that it can come together again one more time?
To be honest with you, man, God's in control of that, man. We've tried and tried and tried numerous of times over the years, but it's not too far gone that it can't happen.
Mm.
We're grown men. Everybody has to be on one accord and be a man and listen to ideas and not want to run things.
Yeah, because it can't be a one-man person. We got 4 grown men or 3 grown men into a group.
But it's actually
4.
Well, 4.
Yeah. We're 4.
Because most of our success, all of our success, came from all of us together.
Right.
You know what I mean? All 4.
Right.
If everybody can sit down and be cordial about what we're trying to do or interact with each other as far as, hey man, let's make this happen. Because a lot of folk go to work and don't like the man they're working next to. But they do their job and they go home.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? If that could coexist, man, like I said, God's in control of that. If you want that to happen, it'll happen.
It'll happen.
We've reached out to each other numerous of times and we tried it, but shit blew up, man. And I would say the trust is not there.
Mm.
Just to keep it 100, keep it a buck
keep
with
it
you.
Real. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
No love lost. From the Southern Playas to Cantrell or Mexico Red, still got love, fam, and whatnot. But sometimes some people can't work together.
Right.
You know what I mean? Wish him the best. Because right now, Cantrell is doing his thing with CDA.
With CDA. Shout out CDA, man.
Yeah, shout out to them. Mexico Red is doing his solo thing.
Shout out Mexico Red.
Shout out to him also. But far as us getting together, I've heard fans asking about it,
Right.
and really want to hear it.
Right.
So it would take us to sit down at the round table and be men about it, businessmen
Right.
about it, and who knows, it could happen.
Cause y'all still have shows where there's a lot of money on the table for y'all.
Yeah.
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 Well, all y'all together, like.
Yeah, all four of us, because we've been contacted by a source saying that guaranteed 15 to 20,000, but they want to see all four, the original
The
four
original
members.
members, yeah, because people want to see the original members,
Right.
Especially because all y'all alive, so it's like
Right.
they would want to see y'all. It's more not saying that the name Southern Players doesn't hold weight on its own, but it holds more weight when the original members are on stage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody get to see the original members, so it's like it holds more impact, I guess, to the fan base and stuff like
Right.
that.
Because like right now it's BJ, C. Wright, and me, Teezo the Wild One. It's us as the Southern Players. But it's been some other Southern Player stuff going on there.
It's like the Temptation. Y'all got like the two Temptation thing going on.
Yeah.
When you got Oldest Temptation and you got David Ruff's Temptation.
Yeah. And
that's what y'all have going on
yeah.
at the moment. Yeah.
And through the course of the Southern Players, it actually was like the Temptations, switching members and everything.
Switching members, right.
Because I had left a long time, many years. I was doing my thing. I was out there, outside, for real
outside, right.
And wasn't thinking about that, because even when we was together, I still was outside.
Right.
Creating my own money, you know what I mean?
That's why you got the name The Wild One.
Yeah. I got that, yeah.
Right.
Because I did some stuff that you don't see a lot of rappers do. That's why they call me Little Baby Luke. If you get what I'm saying.
Right.
But we were hot item, man, and we posed a threat to a lot of people.
Yeah.
To a lot of groups, man. Yeah. And we just didn't show up and rap.
Right.
We entertained. We threw
That was entertainers.
Yeah, we was entertainers.
Right.
We actually had something that people paid their money to see.
So during the time of Southern Players' height, when do you start seeing the decline in the group, far as like when you start realizing like the group about to have their first separation or their first end? Like what year was it, and what made you come to that conclusion that was going to happen?
Well, the year I can't remember, but that group, those were my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody had a problem with them, they had a problem with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then I started seeing little things, because at that time I was outspoken. And when I started asking, where's the money and this and that, so people start saying, man, Teezo drinking too much.
Oh, they want to blame the drinking on, they thinking that you just drunk, you just talking crazy.
Yeah, but everybody else is doing what they do.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Just because I didn't, now when you needed a ride, y'all would call me. But then you get together, you go out, and I just so happen to fall up in there, and I see y'all. I get a phone call when it's time for everybody need a ride. Or if something going,
right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I get a phone call.
Right.
Y'all go out and celebrate. Teezo don't get a phone call. But I'm a grown-ass man. I stand on my own 10.
Right.
I get my own money. I don't need to ask you for no money. You feel what I'm saying? So I start seeing that little gradually happening, and I start seeing the separation. You know what I mean? So I start having a different attitude, and like you say, family members fight.
Right.
Yeah, it's been some fights. Yeah, it's definitely been some fights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had a big one in Alabama. But throughout all that, you know, we came back together. But you know, me being me, I'm not trusting it. You know, I'm not trusting the guys as when we first got together.
Right.
You know, I'm not trusting certain situations.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I didn't see no loyalty back, no love back.
Then what you was putting in, you didn't see it coming back.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. And if anybody know the history, they know that what I'm speaking on is the truth.
Right.
So you might have heard a lot of other bullshit lies and whatnot, and this and that about Teezo. But if anybody out there know Teezo was a real one.
Right.
Ain't no shit. I ain't finna fake with you, man. I ain't finna laugh and talk and shit with you, man, if we don't get along.
Right.
I don't rock like that, dude.
Right.
So, you know, I left, but then they continued a little bit. They did, I think they...
Then they did a couple compilations after that. I think once you left the group, cause was you originally the first one, or was it Contrell the first one that left?
I was the first one.
You was the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Contrell came afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
That happened. Yeah, Cantrell left second.
And then that was most of the end of the group, cause like 2 members out of that was it. Really.
Yeah. Then Cantrell and BJ started, cause both of them moved to Atlanta, the Atlanta area, and they started and did a couple things. But then BJ went back to his hometown. I think he went to Mississippi. I think
Right.
if I'm on it correctly, he went to Mississippi. So Cantrell was doing music by himself. But then BJ moved back to Atlanta, and they got together and they started
back,
and they did shows and made some music and whatnot.
Right.
And so somehow or another we got back in contact with each other, and then it's like, T, you with it? I said, yeah, man, I'm with him. I'm always with it. So we did it, and came back and redid Dickie Ride. So we revamped ourselves, and we called it We Gonna Ride Again.
Right.
And and then we shot the video.
Yeah.
And when people saw it and heard it, they took to it, automatically. And we was doing things and doing shows and whatnot. Then the pie crust started crumbling again. So
you start seeing a lot of the things that you seen back in the day starting to reveal itself again.
Yeah.
Cause now y'all older,
yeah.
and it's like nothing's changed. It's like these same problems.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
And so
Come here.
we left,
Come here.
and that didn't work. So BJ and myself, we got together, and he was like, T, let's do the Southern Playas thing. I was like, all right, what's going on with the name and this and that to the third. I was gonna do it. So B had said, here, we're gonna take care of that and this and that. And we got together and came, and C-Wright, which was Chris, he was dancing for Cantrell and BJ throughout what they was doing.
Right.
He was dancing. So after that separation, me and BJ got together and they brought C-Wright in as a rapper also. So that's your new Southern Playas right there. And it's a lot going on with it. We have a lot of collaborations that's about to go on, and things are looking bright. A whole lot of good things going on for the group. When, me and Rod doing something too. I'm doing my solo thing, B doing his solo thing, but we all still, like 4 brothers.
Right. So who owns the rights to Southern Playas, like the name? Who actually owns the name itself? Because, I know there's 2 Southern Playas type of crew, but who actually owns the name? Do all 4 of y'all own the name, or is this someone else?
It's
so many people.
Yeah. Well, BJ has the paperwork with my name on it.
Okay.
Which is the owner of Southern Playas. But to my knowledge, it's something else out there.
Right.
Which, legal matters is, whatever, however. But that's about how it goes.
Yeah, 'cause I would imagine that, because it's like during those times, it's like during the 90s, a lot of the music used to get confused with a lot of other music. Like this generation would get the '90s music confused if they hear Dickie Ride and a Loot record. They would think both of those are Luke's records,
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna automatically give it to Luke because he's Uncle Luke, of course.
Yeah. Right.
But I know there was an incident y'all had a while back where on YouTube where there was an issue where someone had the song under Uncle Luke and it had like millions of views.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
had everybody thinking that's an Uncle Luke produced
Yeah.
record and stuff like that.
Yeah. Cause in fact, a lot of folk was like, "Man, I thought y'all did Nigga Ride." Then we did, but they was like, "Well, only place we see is Luke."
Right.
And I was like, I don't know what happened with that. If that's some kind of business type thing hooked up because of certain things that was going on.
Right.
But nah, us four, Cantrell, Marcus, BJ, and myself, we're the Southern Playas. We wrote Dickie Ride. We did Dickie Ride.
Right. Right.
But some kind of way it looked like Luke, and then something else that went on, and like all the music you was talking about, even music from Florida,
Right.
like Splat Pack, thinking that Luke did that,
Right.
you know, and other groups also behind that, because when they did the documentary about Freaknik,
Y'all get mentioned out.
a lot of us didn't get mentioned.
Yeah, a lot of like it's a lot of the not. So speaking of not getting mentioned, not only the Freaknik, it just even Augusta, Georgia as a whole.
Right.
I feel like y'all guys don't get enough credit for us. Like when people talks about the people that impact Augusta, they always say James Brown as a blueprint.
Yeah.
Which, you know, if you want to technically break that down, he's not really from here. He just made a home here.
Right.
He's from what, Barnwell, South Carolina?
Yeah, he's from Carolina.
From Carolina. So it's like he just made a home here. But he's not originally from here. But they go from James Brown and then they skip all the 90s, like all the bass music era. They skip all the platinum records that was made within that time and go from James Brown to Pastor Troy.
Right.
So it's like when I'm talking about this, every interview that I've done, they always ignore that bass era. That whole decade of music just don't exist.
Right.
And then just Troy was the next one after James Brown.
Right.
I know you've probably felt that before. Like, what do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, man. I feel, well, you know, James Brown, like you said, he was born in South Carolina, but he was raised here in Augusta.
Right.
Know, a lot. And for us to be overlooked like that, it bothers a lot of us because you had like your Splackavellis, your Top Secret, your Deuce, who else? Miracle. You had Top Secret, groups like that of that nature. All of us came from right here in Augusta, Georgia, which is a lot of music here, a lot of talent here.
Facts.
But then then Troy came out. Right after us.
He came right after y'all.
Yeah. And for that to happen and to be overlooked, it would bother anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not to get your flowers, your recognition. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just do. You know what I'm talking about? We paved the way for a lot of artists that's coming out of Augusta now. We paved the way.
Facts.
Whether it was booty shake or gangster or whatever type, hip hop or whatever type. You know
y'all made fun of music at the time. Y'all made good party music. You made it where people go out and have a good time, sweat it out, party, dance. You know,
you need two sets of clothes back then.
Yeah,
you go to the club, you get in there, you damn talking about we dance, bro. We party.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then you come out there, you soaking wet, man. You done had a good time, man.
You had a good time.
Change clothes and whatnot, man. You know, those are the fun days.
So do you feel like that, far as, you know, I mean, I can't speak on the whole world, but far as the area that we in, do you feel like this area is lacking that source of fun? Like lacking that sense of let's go out and have a good time and play some good having fun music? And, you know, no more of that drill and slaughter, kill this, and that. Do you feel like Augusta's kind of lacking in that area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the change, you know, now the music has changed. It's a different vibe. Cause now most music you hear right now is like what you was talking about earlier.
Yeah, drill,
You
kill.
know, and it then got to where is when you go out now, it's not like you going out to have a good time.
Right,
It's like you going out to see, man. I'm gonna see that nigga somewhere.
right,
You know what I mean?
right.
You know, you can't even. You go to the club now, man. It ain't like back when we was. You know, you grab a girl and you on the floor.
You on the floor. You already peeping out the girl you trying to grab for the
Yeah,
night.
yeah, nigga. We had to hunt for that thing.
We hunt. We in
We
there
had to
hunting.
hunt. Yeah,
We used to
yeah,
go to we used to go to parties to hunt for
yeah,
females, not
yeah,
hunt for fights.
yeah. But see, man, what kind of man? Me, you know, hey, to each his own.
Right.
Hey, guys, you go to the club now, man. The women dancing with each other.
Yeah.
The
Men
fellas,
just chilling.
men just chilling. They, you know, damn.
Yeah. It's all different dynamics now. Like
Yeah.
you know, it
You know,
changed.
not taking anything from, but I wish that we because there's a lot of killing going on, man. You know, and that music is an influence on folk like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's people. How should I say this? It ain't gonna hit home until one of your family members get gunned down or whatever, for you to realize, my baby, my brother, my sister. You gotta think about the other side of that track, on the other end of that side. You know, when the shoe's on the other foot.
Right.
You feel what I'm talking about?
Right.
And we need to get to the youth, man. You know what I mean? Cause I used to love coaching Little League football. But I had Sunset Gilbert, man, and Jenny Holmes and Sunset
You had it ready.
But I had a monster team. You know what I mean? We as men of our stature, and we got to get, you know, and talk to these kids, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because one thing they see right now is what's going on.
Right.
And we need to get together because what's finna come, we ain't even prepared for it, man. We not even prepared for it, man. And
right.
A lot of you cats, y'all know who you voted for. I seen so many blacks voted for a certain person. Now we feeling it, bro. You know, we gonna catch it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's time that, because what they're gonna do, they're gonna declare martial law. You see, they putting military all in other cities and everything.
Other cities and stuff like that.
If they do martial law, that mean they can walk in your house and take whatever they want.
Take whatever they want, right?
You can't say a damn thing about it.
Exactly.
But you know, it's rough. But the music, you know, some of the music I like. You know, you got a lot of music that got that.
They got some soul to it.
Yeah.
Some party stuff too. Yeah, it's a lot of you know, you have to go through it. I mean, only thing I don't like about music now is the variety. It's like you don't have variety of choices and options anymore compared to back then.
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong, you do, but it's more, you have to go more independent wise, or you have to go digging.
Yeah.
Compared to it was already out there in the open for you. Like
Right.
you had back in the 90s, you had your like female rap, even with female hip hop, you had your EVE.
Yeah.
You had your Lauryn Hill, you had your Missy Elliott, you had your Lil' Kim, your Foxy Browns, your Charlie Baltimore.
Yeah.
You had different flavors of what you want. You can go lyricism, you can go intelligence, you can go ratchet, you can go whatever you want.
Yeah.
Now it's just all ratchet.
Yeah, and a lot of them now, like you say, is ratchet. But like a lot of them, they sound just alike.
Sound just alike. Talks about the same substance.
And a lot of rappers now, they're on the same pattern. They're on the same. It's like, damn, because like we had a music conference. Fleet DJs. We had a music conference down in Orlando last year.
Well,
and everybody got up there, sounded identical.
I believe it.
Identical. Just with a different beat behind it, different music behind it. And you know, so I'm telling you, it was wall to wall in that pack. You know, and people started like, because DJs from all over the world came to it, and they were like, now members of the Wu-Tang Clan, they got up there, they got out, and they got some new music that's coming out. They really rock.
Really rock.
And shout out to them. So it was our time, you know. They kept skipping us around. Then, you know, management was like, yo, hold on, man. Y'all doing all this, and my guys are platinum. What's happening?
Right.
So we got up there, man, and when we did our show, place was humping. Everybody got up out their seats, and we rocked. And we couldn't. Time we coming off stage, I'm talking about bouncers and everything. Like, y'all motherfuckers rock. Even Wu-Tang Clan came up to us and like, yo, man, y'all shit hot. Y'all niggas hot. And we told them what year we brought that song out.
Yeah.
It was like, man, come on. But we are heard of in New York and New Jersey, because when I went up there and people found out who it was, man, come on. They were twerking their backs out.
They already know.
And twerking ain't never booty shaking.
Right.
Where it originated from? Down south.
Yeah. That from where y'all come from, y'all era.
Yeah, the music that we did.
That y'all created. That y'all created.
And it's around the world. Everybody's twerking.
Right. Everybody's twerking. Not only that, this generation now and even years before with sampling, they go back and sample the booty. When they want to make a dance record, they sample y'all records.
Right. And a lot of these artists now, it's not considered booty shaking. Listen to Cardi B. Listen to Meg. Listen to a lot of these songs. Ain't number booty shaking. It's just they classifying it in a different category.
In a different category.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so and it's because of the South that is really taking off again. But like we say, you know, you got a lot of folks that's coming back now to it, because a lot of people, since we've been back on the road and on tour and whatnot, you hear a lot of folks, a lot of DJs, a lot of interviewers, such as yourself, saying they want to see that type of music come back. Dance music, you know, party music. You know, like a backyard party, you know, cookout kind of music and stuff and whatnot.
Right.
You know.
I think that's why Southern Soul is making a big impact the way it is, because it gives you more of that down south, you know, barbecue, family vibes.
Right.
You know, be in the backyard, invite your family, everybody chilling, kids go play, well, you know, adults had a good time. That's the vibe that I get for the trail ride. You know, we grew up in that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Come on, man. Take it way back when I was a little bitty fella. You know, like those type, and that's where they originated from, because like Millie Jackson, all that type back in the day, you know, at the cookouts we lived. You know, we listened to
Clarence Carter and all that,
and playing cards and barbecuing and everything.
Oh yeah, spade game like crazy.
Yes, sir, man. I'm talking about having a good time, man. I'm talking about, man, I'm a country boy.
Right.
What we did up there in the country, man, well, let a holiday come. But they put that hog on there, let him cook for 2 days. The whole 2 days ain't number party. That's where I took.
That's your part.
That's where I took my first drink at.
Right there.
God rest his soul. My daddy gave me a big bill by myself. I was 4.
So you took your first beer at 4.
Yeah.
Dang.
He laughed. My mama said he was laughing. Rest her soul. And boy, look at here. It was just those good old days.
Good old days, man.
We need that back, man.
Right.
But to the way it's going now, black people will come together.
That's facts.
If this what's about to happen go on, you see they already in Chirac,
right,
in Chicago, them boys done locked it up.
Right. I feel like if there's any type of world emergency where to the point where blacks have to unite, I feel like it's no issue us uniting than ever before, compared to back in the day, like maybe, you know, a little bit past segregation. Right. Where, you know, whites were still more dominant now. Well, I feel like if anything happens now, you'll have black people come together at all. Yeah. Not afraid of any fucking thing.
No.
Actually be waiting on this type of moment.
Yeah, because if you look at it, bro.
They're actually waiting on this type of moment.
We are the strongest race on this planet.
Facts.
But we are the biggest consumers, too. You can put some shit out there. We go, just like they said, I was looking at the news the other day. They said that if it happens, if black people quit buying, they will lose trillions of dollars.
That's facts.
We are their money makers.
Facts. That's why you have so many people be trying to invest into black businesses and black owners and black banks and stuff like that, because they know that how much we make them rich.
Right.
We make these people billionaires.
Trillionaires.
Trillionaires. Exactly.
And if we were to come together and do this ourselves,
So, but that's a good question. That leads me to a question though. How come we've been on this earth for how long? How old we are. We've been on this earth. How come there's not a situation where you can get a group of black people to work together for a term? I'm not saying just anybody can come together and work, but you don't never really hear that about black people coming together and have a major impact to the point that it lasts, like even to like going further into the future. It always be, if they do get together, they always separate within a month, a year, 2, 3 years. But it always be some ego, money, some type of situation. But it's something that we can never get our hands and grasp on to try to control. Why is that?
the old saying, it's like we're like crabs in the barrel.
Mm.
That's the old saying. We as black folks can't stand to see another one with $1 more than we got.
That's facts.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, on the other side of the track, if you see one make it up here, he's reaching down trying to help pull that one up. But on our side, if one's getting up there, hey man, hold on, this nigga think he too big. We pulling each other down. But then on the same level, on the same token, you got some of us when we do make it up there. You know what I mean? Because I was told, don't take this personal. This is business.
Mm.
Wow, for real? For real. Bro, what about when I did this for you? You didn't. Come on, man. Come on. I done did shit for you, dog, that I could have went away to prison for.
Mm.
But you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it be the game, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be the game.
It always be the ones that you have a personal relationship with some folks, and you build this bond with them to a point where you start risking your potential freedom, or just your well-being. You do a lot of things for them, even financially. You do things for people, and those be the ones that always forget.
Boom.
Always forget.
But hey, boy, I see, boy, you done hit a home run, boy. That thing out the park, boy. What you talking about that? Why? Damn, why? But real, man.
But
I
it's
mean,
real though.
hey, but shit, that's it, man. That's water under the bridge, man.
Yeah,
Ain't
yeah,
nothing I
yeah.
can do about the past.
Yeah.
But I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
but I can tell by, even to this day, like, it made you stronger.
Oh yeah.
You're not drinking anymore.
Right, absolutely, man.
It been a few months, which is congratulations again, man.
Yeah.
So, what is your vision like now compared to when you was in that haze and now you off that haze? What's your different? What's your your
My
your
mind
mental
state.
like? Yeah.
Yeah. My mental, man, is God first.
Mm.
God, Jesus first, man. Because I owe everything to Him. To Him. And that's real, bro. Because it's been time I supposed to be gone. I don't look down some barrels, some guns. I'm talking about, boy, that whole look.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Then
I
I'm
know
done some
that's
stuff.
right.
Then me drinking, I could have been killed. I done woke up heading straight for a concrete, what's in it, pillow, running about 70.
Mm.
You know what I mean? My focus, man, now, I don't drink anymore. My focus is on what's best for me. And I'm making a path and getting closer to God, and whatnot, man. And I'm doing what I love to do. I'm gonna continue doing music and whatnot. And it's about business now, to create something and to help others also. You know what I mean? because I have some songs that's finna come out, some solo joints that's gonna make somebody say, what that boy that doing? What that boy that doing?
Right.
You know what I mean? And got a lot of collaborations that's going on and whatnot. And I'm trying to, also too. I'm starting my own business also too.
Okay.
Yeah. And rest her soul, it will be in my mama's name. I made a promise to her before she left. She left last year, June 1st.
Yeah, so I think, my
Oh, yeah.
condolences.
And I went through a lot with that. Me, my sister, my nephew. That was our backbone.
Right. She was a rock of the family.
Oh yeah, come on.
Right.
That right there, boy. Look at him. For a lot of families, cause she, man, wherever we live, everybody love muscle. Everybody love muscle. You couldn't disrespect her or anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? But back focused, man. And it's business. And getting my life towards God, because he done brought me through a whole lot, man. Cause I supposed to been gone. Even like with situations that happened with the drinking, I was in the hospital and they told my mom, said if he keep on, it's gonna kill him. You know what I mean? So that's a testimony and a blessing there in itself. I'm here. It's been going on like 2 months. I went from wearing like 143. I'm 171 now. Within a month.
Gaining that weight.
And just eating, dog. Eating,
Right.
praying, going to
Eating,
church,
praying,
man.
yeah.
Trying to get
Staying healthy mindset wise.
Yeah. And I'm eating better. Eating herbals and drinking like herbal teas and eating different, watching what I eat and everything, man.
Right. Man, that was up, man. That was up.
Yeah.
Man, that was up, man. I'm proud of you, man.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Brother.
Like keep that going, man. For real, like I said, we need you, man.
Oh yeah, man. I'm ready to do a whole bunch of things, man. My horizon is now I see, and this is what I want to say also too. I know my worth now, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I know my worth.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people out there that will, anybody, everybody who's listening, it's folks out there that'll step on you.
Facts.
Or use you in order to get what they want.
Right. Study,
educate yourself, and believe in yourself. And when somebody tell you no, man, come on, that's not the only way.
Right.
That ain't the only way you can get there.
Facts.
Self-determination, apply yourself, and stay on your shit.
Facts. Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because me being into this music, as long as I am a pioneer in this shit.
You are. I grew up listening to you when I was a kid. Yeah, you are.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
One of the OGs in this thing, and supposed to have plenty of money, but not knowing, trusting, not looking after your own stuff. But now it's a different me. You know what I mean? And God, and I look at it this way, God put it that way because I didn't need that money at that time. Man, I'd have got all that money, man. I'd drunk a swimming pool full of beer.
You probably would
I'd have dove in the water. Like God, don't save me.
It wasn't meant for you to have that much
That's
money.
right. And I realized that. You know what I mean? So I accept that. Hey. Because God has some different path for me.
Right.
Now that I'm more focused and grounded, yeah. Back then I ain't needed. None of us really needed it. The group we didn't need it. But much success to each and every member that was a part of that. Thankful to everybody who blessed us and helped us. You know what I mean? But there's some crooks out there, boy.
Big fact.
There's some motherfuckers out there. Don't never let nobody tell you can't. And for people with as a group, they'll come at you. And they'll try to dissect you, divide you, split you up. You can rap better than him. How you think a lot of these groups fail? Because they see this one.
They find something to separate you.
Yeah, they find something to separate you, and then they got you. And then so the group separate, they getting all the money.
Right.
So, Augusta, Georgia, I love y'all, man. Stay up. Watch out for your boy Teezo, the wild one. We'll be back. Southern Playas, we'll be back. Teezo and Prince Rahiem will be back. And we out.